everyone, let us do some practicals of if else keyword today. So I'm going to show you some programs which we can write with the help of if else keyword. So the first program which I'm going to show you, that is to check the number is even or odd. Okay, so I'm writing in the comment the question which I'm going to solve. Check number even or odd. So for that we need a variable wherein we need to store the number which is entered by the user. So I'm taking here the variable name as num, and I am writing the input line for the user. I have defined the data type, and then I'm writing the input function, and then I'm going to define here that enter any number. So it is a message written for the user so that he can enter the number. And after entering the number, how we can find out that the number is even or odd? I have told you in the last video that when the number is exactly divisible by 2 and it gives us remainder as 0, so that is the reason I am using here mod operator. And then we are going to use a colon because it is a syntax of if, and then I am going to write the print statement that the number is even, and after that I am going to write here else, and then print number is odd. So you can practice along with me so that it will be easy for you to check or find out the different kind of if errors come, and then you can talk about the errors, you can resolve the errors along with the program. So do practice along with the video. So I'm saving the file and then I'm going to execute it. Okay, we find out the error here. What is the error? Okay, here I have not closed the bracket twice, that is the error I got here. So if you will create a program, write a program, then only you will be able to identify the errors which are coming during the program. So you can see that the answer I got after entering 5 is number is odd. So let me run for one more time. Now entering a even number, so it is giving me the correct answer, which is the number is even. So this is how you can create a even odd program. Moving further, I would like to tell you about one more program, that how you can check that the number entered by the user is positive or negative number. So how we will check the number, the positive is or negative? If any number which is less than 0, so that is obviously a negative number, and then in the else part we can write that it is a positive number, because if the number will not be divisible which is not less than 0, then obviously it is going to be the positive number. So this line I am not going to erase, I'll just erase it, the comment section here, positive or negative, and here the num part is already written because I have to take the input from the user in the number. Now here I am going to check the condition that if the number is less than 0, then print the number is negative, or print the number is else. In the else part I am going to write here print the number is positive. So students, when this program will be executed, the number will the interpreter, the Python interpreter will ask for a number which will be stored in num, whatever you enter. Suppose I entered here, for example, I entered here -9. So it will come, the control will go to the next line where the if keyword is written, the condition is written. If the number is less than 0, so -9 is obviously less than 0, here the condition will get positive, then this number is negative, this statement will be printed by the interpreter. Now suppose when the first time the if condition goes true, it is will be printed, it will not jump to the else part, the control will not go to the else part. Now if you run the program and suppose you enter the value which is positive, so here when it comes, you have given the condition that the number is less than 0, so if the 9 is less than 0, it is not correct, then the control jumps to the next part to check another condition, and it prints the next else statement which is written number is positive. So let us see that how this program executes. Now I am going to enter a number. Suppose I entered -90, so it will give me the answer number is negative. Now let me run it one more time, and I am writing any positive number, so it will give you the answer as number is positive. You can see here it's quite easy to work with Python, just you need to concentrate on the logic, that what logic you are going to apply here so that you get the output whatever you want. Now I'm going to show you one more program where we are going to check that person who has entered the age is eligible to vote or not. So what is the condition for a eligible voter? That is, the age should be greater than or equal to 18. Here we are using or working with different kind of logical operators. You can see that relational operators, that greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. So all those operators which you have learned in the last chapter, we are going to use those in the programs. That is why the theoretical part is now finished almost, and we are going further with the Python tutorials, in which we are writing the program, in which we are going to write the program with the help of those arithmetic, unary, binary or logical relational operators and bitwise operators as well. So let's find out that the user who has entered his age, he is an eligible voter or not. So I am writing here in the comment section so that you can understand that what I am going to do here. So let's take a variable name as age. Age is equal to, I am defining the data type and then write the input function. I am defining the data type as int. Why? Because the age is obviously going to be in a whole number. So I am taking the data type as integer, not float, because it is not required obviously. Now I will give a statement to user that enter your age for age to check eligibility. Okay, write an appropriate statement so that user can easily understand that what they need to enter there. Now I will check here if age is greater than equals to 18. So this is the condition which I have written. Now if the age which is entered by user, suppose I have entered here 19, so the age will be greater than equal to 18. The greater sign will get true. However, the equal to sign will get false, but greater sign, one of the operator will get true. So it will print this statement here. Print congrats, you are eligible to vote. You can write any statement, whatever you like, you want to show it to the user. I am writing here congrats, you are eligible to vote. And then in the else part, if the condition goes wrong, suppose if I have entered here 14 or 15, so obviously it is not greater than or neither it is equal to 18. So the statement which is going to be printed is, I am going to copy it and then I will make the changes. Okay, so I am writing here, sorry, you are not an eligible voter. Okay, so this is how it is going to work. Let us execute the program and see the output, that whether the output is coming according to our expectation or not. Enter your age to check eligibility. So without any error the program gets executed, and I am going to enter the age, like suppose first of all I am going to enter the age 19. So you can see that the condition goes true. When the control jumps to the if part after taking the input from the user, the age 19 gets it is greater than 18. So this statement congrats, you are eligible to vote got printed by the interpreter, and the else part will not be executed because first time we get the condition as true, so we get the output here. Now once the condition of if gets false, now suppose if I entered, let me execute this one more time, and I am writing here the age like 12. So it will give me the answer, sorry, you are not eligible voter. Why? Because here the control, when control goes to the if keyword and checks that the age is greater than equal to 18, both the condition gets false. So it jumps to the else part and gives you the output, sorry, you are not an eligible voter. Okay, so this is how the program works. Okay, so the next program which I am going to show you, that to find out the greater among two numbers. So let us, for finding out the greater among two numbers, we need to have two numbers from the user. So I am taking here two variables, defining the two variable a and b. You can define num1 or num2 also. If you are want to take the variable, you can decide any variable of your choice, but you should just remember the rule of the identifiers, that how you have to define it. So now I am writing here int and then input, enter, writing here enter first number, so that user should understand that he has to enter two numbers, because I'm going to write this input line one more time and taking the variable b. Okay, and I'll update this also, enter second number. So this is how the input line has been written. A is equal to int, input enter first number, and then b is equal to int, input second number. Now what I have to do, I have to check that which number is greater. So what the simple formula is to use the relational operator again. If A is greater than B, then print. Okay, now I'm not going to write any statement that print A is greater. I want that the number which is entered by the user, that should be written. Suppose user has entered here, for example, that user has entered here 5, and here the user has entered now suppose 8. So I want that the number should be printed that 5 is greater than 8. So what I will do, I will simply write A here, so the value will be printed, and then I will write the statement greater than, okay, and then concatenate that B part. The same way what I will do in the else part also, write the same statement, but it will be opposite, because if A is not greater than B, so obviously B is greater than A. So I'll write the same statement, but here I will write that print B is greater than A. Now see that how it executes. Let us save and execute the program, then I'll explain you. Enter first number. So the first number I'm going to enter here is 5. Now the control goes to the next line, again asking for the second number. Okay, so I'm entering here 8, and then enter. 8 is greater than 5. Okay, so once I have entered the first number, it is stored in the variable A. Then I enter second number, which is stored in variable B. So when the control goes to the if line, it checks that if 5 is greater than 8, the condition goes false. So the control jumps to the else part and then print B. So in B, what is stored? 8. And then this the string which is enclosed in double quote, that is printed as greater than, and the number A, which is 5. So this is how you can get the output. 8 is greater than 5. And here, if you don't want to use this text, you can simply write print this sign also, simple as well. Okay, so you can work with the, you can say, the look of your output, that how it looks. Okay, so you can see 90 is greater than 65. So this is how you can change the output as well and do the programs, write the programs. So students, that's all for today. You can just work on these programs. In the next video, I'll explain you that how we can work with nested if else, or how we can write more if conditions in one program. If we have 3-4 conditions in one program, so how we can use the if statement twice or thrice in a program. And till then, stay safe, stay home. Thank you so much.